You guys went to the gala for various reasons. Some as guests, some, well, two of you working the party. Uh, we ended up chatting with various people, making some connections with some people that both are rich in the city and some of the diplomats who have come here from afar. And even learned a thing or two. Poor Shiu was, well, agitated or touched inappropriately by one of the lions. Grek ended up buying a bunch of little statues,
Oh yeah, that's right.
and Larceny actually got an entire calling card from the diplomat from Truskafar.
Hey, I also set up a date. Don't forget the blue ground.
Ah, yes, yes, you did.
It's gonna
And
go horribly wrong.
meanwhile, as the party wound down, most people had left, and you guys were gathering up together. You heard somebody sneaking out the back. You all looked over and saw a one of the smaller rat folk, the Mardor, running out the back door after having tripped over a box. You guys decided that this is suspicious and we're going to give chase. Most of you are keeping up, dragging to the streets and at least heading towards the sleepy ward, but Shiu, being a small owl, was able to fly over top and spotted him going down an alley. And then opening up a grate and disappearing underneath of it. Shiu. Would you rather? What would you like to do now? Your companions have not made it to you. You're not entirely sure where they are from here. Larceny might be able to find you in a minute or less. But it's unclear. And this guy has vanished down into a sewer grate. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna leave some. I want to leave some thieves' cants markings saying that I disappeared down this grate, and proceed to do that.
How long do you think that takes you to do?
Thieves' cant is about 8 times faster than normal writing.
All right. So you pull you. So did you have this in your pocket, or is it in a pouch, or what? For writing, I'm just gauging time because we're basically in a time crunch here. How long would you say that takes?
I would say it's just me carving it into the floor.
You're in an alleyway. It's mostly cobbled streets, so there's no.
He's doing it like Skyrim shadow marks. He's just scraping the mark frantically to pass along what he's trying to convey.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever dealt with those.
It's like a weird.
In the Thieves Guild, there's like they put these markings on places of importance to mark basically what they have.
It's super simple, like danger, don't go.
Yeah, no. I know those symbols. I'm very familiar with those symbols, actually. No, I'm just trying to figure out the media, what is he drawing them with? Because it's not like yeah, that's what I was asking. It's like, and if that's the case, where is your chalk? How long is this going to take you to grab your chalk out in order to carve the symbols?
I mean, taking an item out, depending on where it is either an action or a free action.
Yeah. So we're talking like six. We're talking like 6 to 12 seconds.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Probably maximum like 6.
I think she's including the 12 seconds is also stooping over and writing it wherever.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will just say that thieves can't. It does just straight up say that it is several times faster than normal writing and normal speech.
Yeah, I understand that. I was just saying I'm just using this because this is a every second counts sort of challenge. So basically, saying that you stopped to do that even for a few seconds might change the outcome of what I was doing, so I had to roll some dice. So, okay.
Okay.
Basically, pray the rat folk forgot to tie his shoelaces and tripped.
I mean, we could presume that he would take it out before he got to the spots. And then when he got to the spot, he drew it. So... And you're a rogue, right?
Yeah.
Which means you could action take it out, action right, and then just twice bonus action dash. So you would still be like 60 feet around minimum.
So what are you doing now that you've gotten this written down?
I'm going into the grate.
All right. So you jump down into the sewers from yourself after marking, pulling out a piece of chalk from your pack and marking down where you're going, and see what looks to be a twisted maze of corridors stretching out in all directions from a bit of a round area. The flow seems to be towards the east, heading down towards the docks. Beyond that, it's fairly dark in here, which is fine for you since you're an owl. But you look around and you don't see your figure, but you do seem to be off of one another. You hear echoes of movement somewhere, some splashing, but these are wide tunnels. Let's see, make the roll for this. Perception to see if you can figure out which direction it's coming from.
$24.
All right. You're pretty sure it's winding off towards the south.
Oh, are you waiting on me now?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Then I'll just keep following. Then I'll keep following the noise that I hear.
All right.
In an attempt to figure out what, in an attempt to find him.
All right. So you're wandering around south. After about 30 seconds. What's your AC?
16.
16. Oh, weird. It's not updated on your token. Your token still shows
Oh, whoops.
14.
I have. Whoops, I have not updated my stuff. Yeah, give me a second.
Yeah. Doesn't matter anyway. You suddenly get hit in the neck with what feels like a dart. Or maybe it's in an arm. It's, owls have the really, thick neck that easily spin their head around. But you get hit somewhere exposed, and you can feel a pierce and something flooding into your body. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
All right, there we go.
All right. It feels like your joints want to look up for a moment, but you manage to shrug it off. Meanwhile, Larceny, you've arrived at the head of the alleyway and see the Thieves Guild mark. The others are trying to catch up with you. What do you do?
I'm just gonna jump in as I think they'll understand.
All right, roll perception. If you hear a lot of echoes, a lot of splashing noises, You don't see anybody in any direction.
Perception.
All right. It's either west or south, and you can't quite tell which way it is.
I'm gonna call out to Shio and see if he answers.
He can definitely hear you from here. The problem is that pinpointing his location is the difficulty.
Oh.
Because it's very echoey down here.
I guess I would ask him if it was south or west. Then just like shout out south or west.
So hold on a second. Do I know where I know where I got shot from?
It felt like it was coming off to the western side of the corridor you're in.
Like, can I see what tried to shoot me?
No, but you did hear splashing after that, so it sounded like whoever it was vanished down another corridor. And now you're hearing the yells of larceny coming down from a corridor.
I'm just gonna yell for him to go south.
All right.
We're gonna run south then.
All right. Rest of the party. Give me a perception check.
Perception. That's persuasion.
The three of you have completely lost sight of Larceny and Shiu. Zirin and Grek, you are completely lost at this point. There's just people walking by, occasionally giving you weird looks. You have no idea what's going on. Ashkar, you kind of look down an alleyway and you see what looks to be an open grate. Those are some weird marks, like scattered across the alley, and you can't really make them out.
I'll shout down, guys, you in there? Oh, so I'm sorry, I can't do the voice today. My throat's a little messed
That's okay.
up.
Larceny, roll perception check. Yeah, it's really loud and echoey, and there's the sound of rushing water that seems to be getting louder. That's overwhelming Ashkar's voice. You do not hear him. Shiu, you turn a corridor, and suddenly you see huge sprays of water just cascading down like a waterfall from what looks to be a more upper access to the. Don't know the exact terminology for it. But it's like it feels like you'd been going low for a bit, like on a slant that almost looks like it's level, but not quite. And now you're looking up towards it's basically a spill area where the water is just coming rushing in from a grating. It's deafening the area. What do you do?
Is there enough room for me to squish against the ceiling so I don't get taken by the water?
Sure. You fly up slightly above where the water's coming in. Then you notice that the water is basically blocking off the rest of this corridor. You can attempt to press forward, get around the waterfall and see if there's anything beyond there, but for the most part, the water is just making this area impassable. Well, impassable to anyone but maybe you, because you're small and you're flying.
What would you have me do in order to try to pass it?
You could squish by, but as Larceny makes it up behind, somewhere behind you, he basically just finds a huge wall of water.
Okay, so I'm just going to try to go past it.
Alright, so Shiyu has moved past that. Larceny, you're looking at a huge, what looks to be waterfall in the middle of the sewers, splashing water towards your feet, but also clearing out gunk. It seems to be winding towards the southeast. The rest of this passageway extends off towards the east.
I'm gonna head back and go to where the corridor started.
Give me a survival check.
All right.
You move back a few twisting turns, and suddenly realize you have no idea how to get back to where you first came up. Meanwhile, Ashkar, Zirin, Grek, you didn't hear anything from down below. You didn't hear anyone calling back to you when you called in. What do you do?
Does Ashkar point out the weird symbols?
To me, they're just scratches. I don't know thieves can't. So as much as a player, I'd love to say that I know what they are.
Well, I'm saying just point out the weird marks. I don't know if he did or not. That's what I was wondering.
Zirin, you can also roll investigation or perception.
I'll roll perception because he has advantage on that currently. Because
Also,
shield.
something else that I can't help but wonder, also Grizz,
Yeah,
in your opinion, would I be able to recognize that those are some kind of marker communication, or do they just look like scratches or like graffiti?
they look like the same graffiti you've probably seen all over the city before. You've never paid it any mind before. You're probably not going to pay mind to it now.
Yeah.
Whereas Zirin, you do notice that there's fresh chalk marks here on the ground.
Yeah, and he doesn't understand it, but he's seen Shio make these marks before, or there are marks like this before in other places. He knows Larceny understands it at least. He has no fucking clue. But he's like, well, Shio usually makes these weird things. Maybe it means you went in the sewers. It's the only place I can see. And sewers are not normally open.
All right, then let's head down.
Sounds like fun.
I'll let them go first because I'm a little on the portly side.
He'll go down.
You hear a voice from somewhere behind you going, "Oi! What are you three doing there?"
Chasing a person.
And you hear a voice saying, "You don't look like Town's Guard. You're not from any house that I recognize. Stand down, civilians."
He jumps down.
So Zirin completely ignores the officer. Got it. What about Ashkar and Grek?
I'll sit there because I don't feel like going to jail.
And you see one kind of humanoid guard, mostly human with some bit of like orcish tusks going on, kind of stomping in, wearing the town guard uniform. Like, where does he think he's going? He looks over at you and Grek.
Someone harassed our friend. He's making sure our friend is safe.
They should be coming back up here and filling out a report.
Are there two of them?
There's another one coming around the bend, just kind of like putting hands on her hips, looking in.
Okay. I am going to whip out the document, and I'm gonna go. excuse me, this is a document, and I'm gonna hand them the document. And basically, it's saying that we work underneath a certain guild who has been tasked with taking care of something in the sewers.
He looks at the document. Give me a deception check.
Fuck. Do I have advantage because I have a document?
Yeah, sure. But wait, when did you forge this document?
In my free time.
We didn't talk about that, so...
Okay. I mean, Greg should have a bunch of documents saying bullshit, but
yeah,
okay.
you should let me know what they are so that I know that I'm. If you don't just pull it out on the fly, because you do have to spend money on paper for that stuff, and ink and get seals. Because if not, you basically forge one for not
seals.
For
I have
not,
no.
Yes, you have a kit for seals for things that don't exist. That's why I'm saying is that if you had get the seal of a particular guild that actually exists and therefore can forge something like that, that'll give you advantage on it. If you just give it for a bullshit guild, off the fly like this, you don't get advantage. But you don't get disadvantage either.
Didn't we go to the thing guilds? Well, anyway, it's fine.
So he kind of looks at that and just rolls his eyes and goes, one friend said that it was about harassment, and now you're trying to pull this off?
What do you mean, pull this off? I'm just saying, we have the right to go into the
Maybe I should be arresting
sewers.
you for forging documents.
What forging documents?
There's
How dare you accuse me? I'm from the... I have wealthy connections. Should I have the
roll
do I know
deception
the name of their chiefs?
again? No, you do not. You haven't gathered any of that information.
As he's saying this, Zarian is very specifically distancing himself from Greg.
Does this give me advantage on rolls? What kind of roll is this? I can figure that out.
That allows you to add a D4 to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Fail.
Doesn't say anything about advantage. It says D4.
Yeah, no, but I'm asking if it applies. Yeah, it probably applies to these checks. Come on, D4. Boom, 21.
The cop
Shit
kind of
your
looks
pants.
over towards Ashkar and says, "You really should convince your friend down below to get back up here. We don't take lightly to this sort of thing. This isn't the traveler's ward. There's law and order in this city, and if people are trying to use the sewers for nefarious means, we try to do our best to get involved and stomp it out."
I will lecture my friend.
He was talking to Ashkar, and he's like stares back at Greg and looks back at Ashkar.
He doesn't speak for me.
In Grung, I say I'm gonna have you guys fired. In Grung, so they don't understand me. Unless they understand Grung, when I'm gonna...
This guy shows no evidence of understanding Grung.
I basically go croak, 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 and it's an insult, but they don't know.
Meanwhile, down in the sewers, Zirian, you have no idea where anybody is. And you're hearing the cop shouting up above. What do you do?
He's going to attempt to find some direction down here.
Let's see. So, perception or survival?
Perception, because it's a shield.
You hear a loud rush of water coming from, and I think you hear a bit of footsteps beyond it, or sorry, in front of it, coming somewhere to the south and west.
Really, to that direction, that general direction.
Larceny, give me a perception check. Right, you're starting to hear the sound of except splashing through the water somewhere to the north. Shu, you seem to be alone in a damp corridor now that you're past the waterfall. What do you do?
Give me a second. You give me a second.
Okay.
Alright, so what's going on?
Alright. So you've flown past the waterfall that's down here and find yourself in a dark, which is not that much of a problem for an owl, but seemingly empty corridor that seems to be twisting out in front of you. What do you do?
To see where I end up, I guess.
Okay. Hi, Vex. Alright, meanwhile, Larceny, are you heading towards the sound of more splashing, or are you holding your ground?
I'm gonna run towards the splashing.
Alright. Zirin, you hear splashing coming towards you. What do you do?
Because he's not necessarily caring about any form of stealth, he's like, hello? Start calling toward that direction.
Eventually, you emerge into one of the four-pronged passageways and find yourself face to face with Larceny.
Oh, hello there.
Hey, follow me. Where's Greg?
Currently being held up by the guards.
God damn it.
I
There's
ignored them.
Good on you. There's a waterfall that I can't get past over there, but Shio did climb into it. I was hoping that Greg would also be able to go into it. Provide him some backup or something.
No. I don't think they're going to be following, because I think the guards aren't going to let them. They wanted this to fill out a report or something. I don't know, I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah. They tend to do that. Guards in their reports, blah, blah, blah.
So,
Did you get that? Why are you in here? Blah, blah, blah. So stupid.
lead me to the waterfall. See if I can find a around.
And I'm gonna take him to the waterfall.
Alright, investigation or survival?
Alright.
I will use my surf.
No. Sorry, larceny. Because larceny's the one leading you.
Ah. Nice.
Alright. So, using the auditory clues, you managed to backtrace to the waterfall, where there is no owl present.
Does the water seem to be, like, rushing really fast?
Yeah, it seems to be rushing down from its opening at a fairly intense speed.
So I'm not going to be able to swim past that. You're going to kind of look around and see if you can find a path that might lead around it.
All right.
Even if it's hidden, maybe. I don't know.
Give me an investigation check.
Burp.
Nope. You find nothing.
Drugs.
Anything else?
He's just gonna look at Larson and be like, "So what's next? We can't get past this, and I don't see any other way around."
I have no idea what to do next. I guess I would just stay here and wait for Shio, make sure he's alright.
Zirian will kind of he's got his weapons at the ready, he's just kind of just sitting there, just going into an idle state, essentially.
Ashkar and Grek, what do you do as you're being questioned by the police?
Because of how they were like, you better get your friend up there, I'll politely ask if I can go down there and get said friend.
He's no longer there at the entrance. Kind of questions.
Look down, I don't have dark vision.
Yeah. The other cop kind of comes over. Let's see. She is let's see, small. I'm thinking a one of the kind of rabbit folk, big ears. Not as tall as some of the others, but not as small as like Grek and Shiu. But she kind of like sticks her head down and kind of like peers around underneath of it and brings it up again and shakes her head. It doesn't look like he's there anymore. He's probably wandered off. So she kind of pulls out what looks like some writing paper on like a stiff board or something like that and says, "Okay, who are you two and where do you live?"
My name is Zirian. I recently moved. I do not know the address.
Did you say your name was Zirian?
Yes, I personally, as a player, am tired.
No, I'm just saying, is he actually just saying that to them?
No, I as a player goofed. I meant to say Ashkar.
I am me, you are not me.
Yeah.
Or am I me?
I am not playing that type of character. I am not trying to bamboozle anybody.
You in the Traveler's Ward?
No, I recently moved out. I'll kind of look to Greg. Where's our home again? What's the name of that street?
It is in the Traveler's Ward, out of character.
We live in the Traveler's Ward. He's just confused. He's just confused. It's fine.
She lets out a long sigh. And then kind of like pinches the fur between her the fur on her head. And kind of says, "Look, I know that there's no one patrolling there in the Traveler's Ward, and people get used to living a certain way. But out here in the rest of the city, there is law and order that needs to be preserved, and you can't just go running around and jumping into sewers and chasing after people just because you feel like it.
What if they're criminals?
That's our job.
Just let them get away.
No, you report it. You report it. No, you report it to a guard and let them take care of it instead of running every which way.
But then he's gone.
Yes, and whoever you were running after is now gone because you did not report it.
But if we went to look for you, he would have been gone too.
Then we'd have some idea who we're looking for now, wouldn't we? Where's your friend who saw this person that you were chasing after?
We saw them at the gallery.
Description?
If I'm not mistaken, right?
What were they doing that caused you to chase after them? What crime did
were
you
they
see them
doing?
commit?
They were stealing stuff.
Roll deception.
What were they doing?
You just they were just acting
No,
suspicious as far as you guys could tell.
As far as I know, they're
Well, they
stealing
did actually.
stuff.
Well, they did break something.
Well, they
They broke
bumped into a
something.
box.
That's broken and that's stealing, so it's fine. Wait, Chris, before you judge. That's not how you do that. There you go. That's a 16. That's pretty decent. Unless these guards are professionals.
They are professionals. They're literally paid to do this.
I mean, yeah, but you have town guards and then you have like guards, you know? There's a difference. No offense.
She kind of narrows her eyes at you, Greg. Look, again, you are in the big city. You didn't see this guy stealing. You thought you saw him stealing.
How do you know I didn't see him stealing? Are you accusing me of lying?
I could tell you were lying.
How can you tell? That's
What is
very
your name?
offensive. Are you racist against frog people, lady?
No, I am not racist against frog people.
You call me a liar. How
Because
do
you
know
are
I'm
a liar. I can tell.
How do you know that? How
I'm
can
good
you
at
tell?
that sort of thing. That's
How do
my
you know?
job.
How many frog people do you know? How many frog people do you know, lady?
What is your name?
My name is Frog. Wait, no, my name is Greg. I'm sorry. Would have been a good name, though.
No,
How
you
dare you
didn't.
call me a liar? How dare you call me a liar?
Well, she ain't calling you a truther.
Yeah, Greg has really been pulling Karen vibes, and at the same time playing the "you're being racist" card at the same time.
What? How dare she assume I'm lying?
I rolled.
You don't know me.
I rolled a high insight.
That's
Oh,
true,
no.
but that doesn't mean she knows. She might just think I'm lying. She's
She's also a cop. She has experience with these things.
Oh,
And she knows the tells. You're shaky, your pupils are dilating, you're looking into the upper right corner of your eye.
You're getting very agitated.
innocent people end up in jail all the time.
Yes, they do, especially in our country. But
Well, it's a good thing she's not arresting you then.
she's
Because you sure ain't innocent.
she is looking like she is getting ready to slap the cuffs on Greg because she keeps demanding his name. He's
I told you, I'm Greg. Stop. What?
And where do you live?
I told you, I live in the Traveler's Ward.
All right.
We told you that. I told you he was wrong because he doesn't know where we live because he's not that smart. I told you that.
She kind of like looks over at Ashkar. Are you all right, sir?
Yes. Admittedly, I legitimately thought it was another board. I apologize. No, I should know better. I grew up here.
The other cop is.
Also, as a player, I straight up I
Sorry.
don't know where the house is, so I can't even say like where it would be.
Yeah.
Like even in the trade word, now that I know that it's in
Traveler's
the
word.
board. Thank you.
Trade
Abigail.
words where you work.
But you get what I mean. Like I wouldn't even know where to say in character.
Right. So the other cop is just sighing as well, and he has his own notepad out and is writing some notes down and says, "All right, tell me about the suspicious character and give me the truth. Don't say that you think that he was lying. What was this person doing when you decided to chase him?"
Ignore that. I'm trying to fix my stuff.
He knocked over a statue at the gallery and now it's broken. That's correct, right? That's not a lie.
Then I will check to see if the people at the gallery put in a put in a complaint about this against this guy. Why did you and your friends decide to go chasing after him? Is it just a traveler's ward sort of thing because nobody has they don't let the law into the ward?
I guess. I don't know. If there's a bad person, we arrest them. We stop them where I'm from.
I was simply looking to follow my companion, so he did not get into any danger. He was faster than me, and I could not stop him.
Well, if you see your friend, if he actually makes it out alive from under those sewers and doesn't go falling into an Otog pit, then to let him know that outside of the Traveler's Word, you're not supposed to be going into the sewers. Hell, you're not even supposed to go into the sewers in the Traveler's Word, but, you know, it's not like there's anybody allows the law in there. It's, you know, a lawless sector of the city. To be, he kind of shakes his head. I really wish it wasn't so, but, you know, the people in there. So why don't you go on home, and hopefully your friends will be smart enough to leave the sewers soon. Did you give a description of the suspect?
Sure.
Yep.
Alright, so now that Grek and Ashgar have been noted and warned off, what are the three of you that are in the sewers going to do? Zirin and Larceny, you saw that there's a waterfall that you don't think you can get through, wandering around again. And why does somebody keep typing a lot? I keep hearing banging noises. It's very distracting.
I'm typing a couple in there. I'm trying to be quiet, but I don't know what the banging would be. I'll still mute myself in the meantime in case it's my end somehow.
Sorry. I get, as I said, I get easily distracted by little noises. I hate it, and I hate that I have to grumble at people for it, but it's like, because she has already stated that he's just wandering down that path. But Zirin and Larceny, you said your desire was to try to find a way around?
And just keep trying to find a way around if you can, but he doesn't know where to go.
Larceny?
Can I make an investigation check to see if I can find a way around?
Sure.
And I'm gonna use one of my psionic die. That is... There it is.
Alright. So you take your time and you wander in the direction you most think is going to get you around. And after a while, it doesn't look like there's anything that leads back up there. You've wandered down you and Zirin together have wandered down various corridors. And you haven't found anything that makes you think of the waterfall. You haven't seen Shiu. All you've seen is the occasional grate and ladder up to the surface.
Damn.
Shiu.
Yes.
How long wandering down a corridor or would you be willing to go? Like, in terms of minutes or hours?
Well, with what I'm thinking, well, if I'm thinking what I'm thinking, which is what I'm thinking, then probably a while. At least like an hour or two, maybe.
All right. So after some time, you do find passageways that seem to go down, but there's absolutely no sign of Larceny or the rest of your party. And other passageways that just seem to stretch out with less twists and turns than the ones that you had seen before the waterfall. It's like a real maze down here. And every so often, as you're flying near the ceiling, you notice the occasional sleeping bundle of something on the ceiling, and it's probably not bats.
Can I look at them?
Sure.
See what they are?
Give me a nature check. You're pretty sure these are sleeping sturges, and realize that a swarm of them could potentially kill you.
You know what? I think it's time. I think it's time to leave.
Yeah. So is everyone just gonna head back to the Traveler's Word?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I'm done with these scalps.
Yeah.
Eating a frog folk. No. I'll have none of that.
Okay, so it's some time before everyone's back out of the sewers, back home. Grek and Ashkar are the first to make it. Probably Larceny and Zirin make it sometime later, both smelling of the sewer. And finally, at some point, a very moist Shiu, he has been down that sewers a long time now, finally makes it back home.
I need to throw these clothes away now.
Well, that was boring. He said he's gonna stretch.
Do we have a bathtub or something? I smell awful.
We do.
You do.
Don't we have a bath in the house, like a barrel? I think we do.
As a player, I don't know if I can trust you anytime you say that we have any kind of receptacle that holds water.
I'm gonna go bathe in the fucking ocean.
I'm not saying it's not poisoned. I'm just saying we have it.
Exactly.
I'm gonna go bathe in the ocean.
Given that the sewer probably lets out into the docks, aka the ocean, it's probably not much
Whatever.
cleaner.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
There are, however, bathhouses that you could probably get yourself cleaned off in.
I'll probably go to 1 in the morning.
Yeah, whatever.
While you're at it, you should go at 1 in the morning too, to hide your shame.
I'm gonna clean up in the morning and I don't know what we're gonna do.
By the way, Shu, did you save the dart that got launched into you, or did you leave it behind in the sewer?
I probably would have just left it behind, honestly.
Okay. So no more plans till the next day?
Yeah, I guess so.
Alrighty then. Alright. Morning comes. And it's kind of mixed feelings, probably. Like, you had the gala seemed to go off pretty well until that very end. Then it was unsatisfying not being able to run down your quarry. And possibly less satisfying again for the two that were questioned by the cops. What would you like to do today?
I'm thinking go and find a job. Another thing to do.
Get cleaned up while he does that.
Yeah, me too.
What's going on?
He's gonna go find just a job somewhere. Private.
All right.
Whatever.
I'm gonna go wash off, and then I'm gonna go do something else.
I'm gonna clean up as well.
I'm gonna wash off and then bring that note that guy gave me at the gala to my guild.
Alright. If you're going down for private guild time, please go to second roll 20 group.
What's going on?
Something.
Alright. So, what would you like to get done in your guild?
I would like to give them the note or whatever that
The calling
Noble
card?
gave me. Yeah.
Alright.
And tell them, hey, is there anything we can do for this person? They seem very in need of help.
Alright, so, one of the guild members that you take it to, one of the upper people, kind of like look it over and listen to what you have to say, and she kind of like nods her head a bit. Smuggling to or from Treskifar. I take it you've been informed about the war that's going on over there, yes?
Yes.
Interesting. What sort of goods are you trying to get smuggled? Or are you attempting to smuggle people away from the area?
I'm not too sure. They just told me that they needed smuggling and that and I told them I may be able to help them.
Alright. Well, we could potentially get some smuggling down from Borgo. They're not locked down, unlike the rest of Caldra. And they are willing to send mercy shipments down south from there.
All right.
You can't ship directly to Treskifar right now due to the war. Too much danger involved. No shipping company would take the risk, but to Borgo, that's another matter.
I'm sure whatever needs to get done.
Are you willing to liaise with this nobleman?
I'm not too sure what that means.
Interface, be the go-to person, the one to go and talk with him on behalf of the Thieves Guild?
Sure.
That's good. So she kind of like, hands you back the card. If it comes down to it, would you be willing to take a mission yourself over to that region? It might be dangerous.
could bring friends, yeah.
How many do you have? Other than, of course, your good friend.
Are you addressing Shio?
Yes, of course I am.
Okay. 3 more other than Shio.
Are they discreet, or are they not involved in this side of the business? No, Lyra.
A lot of them aren't, but I'm sure they would see it my way, given some talking.
Well, I suppose if you appeal to them as this is an altruistic mission. But, of course, such a mission would probably have its price coming back. Some priceless artifacts from Borgo, perhaps? The Bulgarians
Yes, I
have some
can see.
interesting things.
Yes.
Of course, I hear that the Truscafarians are also going a lot in the same route. The Bulgarian, let's see, roll a history check to see what you know about the Bulgarians.
Okay.
So I seem to be losing my voice today for some reason. I keep wanting to cough. Yeah, you don't really know anything about them. You've heard of them, that they're across the huge archipelago in the middle of the ocean and are the northernmost country of on Caldra, but you don't really know anything about them personally.
Okay.
So, the woman, who you know as Dresbeck, by the way, she's an Aarakocra, white-feathered. Sorry. She kind of nods again. It's like, well, clockwork is something that they're well known for. It's not particularly common. Caldra seems to have the greatest amount of clockwork in the known world. All the way from Borgo, all the way down to Zarkon.
Sounds like it could fetch a pretty penny.
Yes, it could. And of course, if you happen to stop by any of the Ariesta lands, they have some old magical devices still buried on some of their islands. Of course, the rotting sickness is also known to be found out there in some of those same areas. And that's something you want to avoid.
Yes, of course.
Very good. Well, thank you, Larceny. I will talk to the others and see what we can come up with. Just make sure to talk to your contact.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
He successfully hide from me.
All right. I'll be right back in a second. I really have to go to the bathroom again.
Again?
Bless you. Bless you. Yeah, the next feature I'm gonna get is gonna end up. I think it's gonna be either skill expert or athlete to get my strength up to an 18. This will unlock resilient for wisdom save proficiency.
Sorry about that. I'm back.
He's not.
Okay.
So, Shia, you're up.
Yes.
Hello.
Yeah, I am here.
Okay, so, you have headed off to your guild.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Sorry, getting up the information, pulling up the information now. All right. So your guild leader Zib is actually a bit surprised to see you. Like, shoo, my boy. I thought you were going to be laying low.
Well, while I am, while I am supposed to be lying low, I suppose that I could at least research my next target, and instead of just going straight for murder.
What, your knife needs to taste blood again?
Yes, I suppose you could say that.
He kind of nods knowingly. Well, you have to be patient and control your bloodlust. That's what makes a good assassin, not being so eager to get the kill, but being able to watch and wait and pick the right time.
Well, that's what I'm saying. While I won't be performing my next kill, at least in the next few days, I should at least be able to see what my next target does to gain that knowledge over them.
He kind of like thinks for a minute. I'll tell you what. Come back tomorrow and I'll definitely have something for you. At the moment, all of our definite contracts have been assigned out. As I said, I thought you were going to be laying low a lot more. But if you are interested in picking up some tracking work, well, I'll see what I can do about that, okay?
Thank you for this opportunity. I'll be back tomorrow then.
Of course. Now be safe. Don't be showing your face around everywhere.
I try not to.
Welkom terug. Welkom.
Okay.
Should we be worried?
Nah.
I'm sure it's fine.
I'm sure it is.
Did you hear me? I'm sorry. I might have been muted.
Now we do. Now we do.
Larceny, Grek, and Ashkar. What are the three of you doing?
Chilling at home. Unknown.
I would stop by the wizard's house, see if he had any other jobs for us. Or if he's still researching the One Piece.
Sorry, I'm writing up my notes real quick. 1 second. The last thing I wanted to do is leave out information on my notepad that is poignant to you guys. Alright, so you're heading back to Glothis. Find yourself in the tight top word again. Going back to that house with the tower with the weird angles.
Yep.
You just knock on the door?
Yeah.
After a moment, you hear somewhere inside the sound of, well, it sounds like something fell over in there, like a pile of papers or something. You hear an oof. You hear a clunk. And after 2 minutes, the door finally opens up. And the eccentric wizard type pokes his head out and blinks at you. Yes?
Sorry to bother. I simply found myself with some time on my hands, wondering if you needed an extra hand somewhere.
Well, I was kind of in the middle of research. I don't think I need anything. Kind of stares at you for a moment. We've met before, right?
Yes, we have. We helped clear the cultist shrine.
Yes.
You cast a mean fireball.
Well, thank you. Oh, yes, you were the delightful cook on that adventure, weren't you?
Yes, I was.
Oh, that's good to know.
But yes, I simply found my schedule to be clear. I was wondering if you needed some assistance with anything, really.
Well, I don't have any plans for any more expeditions yet. I still have some study to do on the artifacts we picked up from the last one.
Not a problem. Then I'll take my leave.
As you wish. Kind of still gives you a strange look and starts to shut the door.
Definitely won't stop it.
What about Zirian? Are you doing anything today?
Besides, after getting cleaned up, he's actually gonna. He's gonna probably do two things. First off, he's gonna probably check around to see what kind of
Excuse me,
temples.
what? Sorry, I'm having trouble hearing you.
See if that's better. He's gonna go around and see if he can find check to see what kind of temples are around, basically. Just gauging the area, basically. Yes.
Okay, so that would be in the Dragon Square has a lot of the temples around it.
Mm-hmm. If you have he's just kind of gauging them basically to see what. He's more just gauging them. And while he's there, he's probably gonna check on the one quest place that was there.
Yeah, so primarily, on one side of the square is the cathedral to Bahamut, and on the opposite side is a temple dedicated to Tiamat. It also happens to be the chief guard station, basically the what is it, Police 1, or whatever it's called in the city, the head police station.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what chief guard would be. And the other various temples are around the square, along with the altars to the various dragon gods of the months. So you see a temple to the Wanderer, you see a temple to Hope. Off to one side, there is a temple to the Quest Giver, which is a big library. There's a temple to Palor. There is probably jammed together somewhere around there is a temple to the Traveler. Like, you know, something chaotic. Probably serves drinks. You said you were primarily looking for the temple of the Quest Giver?
Yeah, since he's over here, just want to check to see if they have any more quests.
Oh, 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Alright. So you wander in, and there is, like, you know, a cleric sitting behind a desk reading. Just kind of, like, chilling there with a book.
Greetings again.
She kind of, like, looks up and fishes out a bookmark and puts it in. Hello. Looking to check out a book, or are you looking for new quests?
More looking for quests at the moment.
Let's see. She kind of, like, sizes you up. So, current quests that I'm aware of. We do have someone is looking for assistance getting cargo across the ocean to the east. It's considered a quest because at the moment the borders to most of Caldor are closed off. And that's where the cargo needs to go. So it showed up on our desk. Really more of like a smuggler's run. Could probably find help with the Thieves Guild or something along those lines. Let's see, what else do we got? There is a guild. What was the name of it again? 1 second. I do not have names on the tip of my head as much as I want them to be. There's a guild looking for more people that they say has a high degree of questing, called the Gold Seekers Guild. They like to apparently hunt for old civilizations. They're basically looking for people going to go on expeditions for them, seeking out information on olden days. Possibly pre-Third Age.
Ooh, that sounds like fun.
He'll kind of nod at that one, anyways.
Let's see. What else do we got here? Sorry, I'm trying. I didn't write down my notes in one section like I usually do for in terms of jobs like this. I just have it kind of scattered together. Some things progressed in ways I was not expecting to at the beginning outset, so it kind of changed my game plan. And my voice is going, so give me a minute, please.
No rush.
Do you mind? You looking for something more local, or did you take? Did you like the idea of traveling? I mean, the first one I gave to you was more of a traveling adventure, though it has more of a start here.
I mean, they're all this fun. If you have one thing local, I wouldn't mind it. Besides but I'm thinking that Gold Seeker one might be interesting to our group. I'll let it play by then.
It's technically a guild, and they might have more information. But they put in the requests that look for people to recruit more people interested in quests.
You'll nod.
And of course, things show up. Sort of, what makes this a holy site. But sometimes the people that aren't expecting questers to show up at their door. That's because they didn't realize they'd been praying for help. So, local. And she starts flipping through some more of her paperwork nearby. Ooh, I know one. She grins and pulls out another piece of paper. So, there is there's a town somewhere to the west, not far from. God, what's the name of that place again? Hold on. I'm forgetting the name of one of my locations. Give me a second.
Feel that.
Not far from the Assembly of Hope. That looks like they found some kind of an entrance to something underground and ancient. I don't know. It might be something that the Gold Seekers might already have, or you might want to beat them to the punch. You said your group might be interested in talking with the Gold Seekers.
Yeah, I'll bring that up to them as well. See which one they want to do. If they want to beat them to the punch or whatnot. Do you have a map to that? To where we need to go to that? Or is
Sure.
it just follow the road?
She pulls out a map of Kalar and points out in this direction.
Okay.
The village should be somewhere around those mountains, not far from the Assembly of Hope, which is... She kind of gestures off to the mountains, the hills over here. Yeah, they're right over there. There's also a small library in there. The entire place is mostly, of course, dedicated to Hope, and of course to Palor. You might see some other people from Palor and Bahamut, but in addition to Hope, you'll even find a library created by fellow quest givers. But yeah, the end of Arc Hills, there's a village, not far from there, and according to this paperwork, they have found an entrance to somewhere. They don't know what it is and what's going on there, but they suspect traps, suspect something old. Something that you might want to look up if you're very much adventurers. Who knows what you'll find.
Sounds like fun. I'll inform my group. I don't know if we're going to leave today or tomorrow, but we'll leave very shortly.
Oh, the village is named Tirik.
Spirit?
Tyrek. Hold on, I'll spell that for you.
Tyrek. Okay. All right. And he'll give the priest a like kind of the nod kind of bow that you could do.
Yeah, and she kind of like nods back and then picks her book back up to read.
And he will head back, but he's gonna purchase an item, and I'll message you that on his way through.
All right. So now, if everyone's back at the house, what are you guys up to?
I'll mention that there don't seem to be any other jobs with our buddy, the eccentric wizard.
That's sad.
In fact, there's a couple in the quest givers. Well, one quest and one guild request.
Ooh, guild requests.
My guild may have something recently for you guys.
Oh.
I need to check up with them soon, but
I just realized that I probably need to check. I probably need to check in with my guild because I kind of just ran off in the middle of the night.
oh yeah. But my guild has some like a quest of some sort for all of us if you guys are interested, although it may be kind of far.
Ash probably just kind of shrugged dismissively. I'm fine with traveling.
It involves traveling to what's that place called again?
Oh, I don't know. Well, yeah,
it's across the sea, and we'd be helping smuggle some stuff.
Heard about that one.
Oh, you heard of it?
Yeah. That was one of the quests of the quest givers too.
So you know more about it than probably I do, because yeah.
Nah, I kind of ignored it. It's not time to lie.
We do have the option of that.
The Gold Seekers guild is looking for members. Apparently, they do a lot of expeditions to like old sites and stuff like that.
Ooh, that sounds like fun.
And there is one quest that is to the west in the city or a town known as Tyrek. Apparently, they found an entrance to something old. The Gold Seeker Guild might have more information on it, or if we wanted to, we could also try to do it on our own and beat them to the punch effectively.
Something to keep in mind.
Do we need a quick break call?
Hmm?
Oh, because you guys are very quiet, so I'm like seeing if you guys need a break.
I was waiting for everybody else to be talking.
As a player, I'd like to go to the gold seekers.
Same.
That sounds like fun as hell, but I'm also not sure if Ashkar is someone that would want to do that on his own.
I want to go to the Ding Guild because it lines up with what I'm trying to get. Because they're busy with old stuff, and I like old stuff.
That would be a decent source of funds, and maybe even get some interesting items that we might be able to. I don't know their whole rule set. We can always talk to them, see what it is.
Yeah, we could go check. How about we go check that out in the morning, or is it morning?
It's early in the day at the moment.
Yeah, let's go check out the guild. How about it?
Sounds like fun. I imagine they're in the guild ward.
All right. So, the guild, as you have learned, named the Gold Seekers, it's in the guild ward, and after a little bit of asking around, you guys discover it. It's not the most elegant of buildings. In fact, it looks like it has a few bits of disrepair here and there, like some upper windows you notice aren't in the best of condition. It's like a cracked window pane on one, another window that's a bit shabby. But the entranceway looks nice and inviting. It says, Gold Seekers up above, and there is a placard that that basically extols the desires of basically people who wish to explore the world and see, interesting places, inquire about our rates, and always looking for new people to join our guild. And another small placard.
It's a guild version of America Wants You.
No, actually, I'm more thinking it's the guild version of of one of those.
Applications needed.
No, of one of those travel places. Where in our world would have pictures of exotic locations.
A travel agency.
Travel agency. There we go. Yeah, they're the guild equivalent of a travel agency.
Also makes me think of those advertisements where it's for a job that is most definitely not cushy and happy, but the advertising makes it look cushy and happy. Like I vaguely recall seeing like something equivalent to the Merchant Marines or something along those lines. That advertising like you get to see the world, become well traveled. Not talking about, not even mentioning the conditions of the traveling.
Yep.
Well, this looks like a fun place. He's just smiling. Shall we enter?
We might as well.
Yeah. Zero will walk in.
And the rest of you?
Yeah, we'll follow.
All right.
Yeah. All I can think of is that barbershop quartet song. If you turn me down once more, I'll join the fight for each other.
All right. So you walk in, and you're basically at what looks to be a large kind of reception area. Would be the best way to put it. With a few tables and chairs, and a big divider area. And you hear what sounds like some sort of conversation happening towards the back. You can't quite see who's doing it, but whenever you enter, you kind of hear ding, 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 ding. The sound of a bell over the top of it kind of ringing.
He'll start heading toward where he hears the voices, honestly.
All right. Give me a perception check.
Everyone?
Yeah, everyone.
Okay.
Perception checks? Okay.
Alright, so everyone but Shiu is unable to hear what's being said back there. Ziren's getting up to the partition, and it looks like he's about to force his way over. Shiu, you hear the conversation between a man and a woman, basically discussing, some sort of... Sorry, I keep hearing someone typing, and it keeps distracting me. I'm sorry.
That's me. I'm making sure I mute myself, but I guess when I'm clicking a button, it's not registering. Apologies.
Sorry. My brain just keeps scrambling every time I hear outside sound. I don't know what was wrong with my brain today. But you hear basically a man and a woman discussing something in the back. Something about a city of gold. Like you hear the woman saying, but yeah, I think it's like the other and the old what sounds like an older male saying, no, we've been over this, it's not there. There's the bell, there's probably some people here. And next minute, as Ziren's attempting to get back behind the partition, you hear the lumbering steps of a larger being and see a male Luxodon coming your way. And he holds up a hand and says, hey, no one but staff back behind the partition, please.
Well, that's convenient.
All right. What can I do for you?
Well, you were looking for a new member, I was told.
Oh, yeah, yes, of course we are. We're always looking to take on some new members interested in the exciting world of traveling to different sites. Sometimes we even find some new sites that have yet to be explored and need to verify them for, well, more paying customers, shall we say. The good thing about those sites is occasionally we can even find some riches along the way. Isn't that exciting?
Think so.
Did you say riches?
Oh, yes. Some expeditions, well, that's one of the reasons why our guild currently lacks membership as much as we'd like. It's not uncommon for people to join the guild and go on an expedition or two that, a new expedition, verifying to see if it's, or making it safe enough for paying clientele and finding enough riches to retire on. He smiles, but there's also a bit of a shake of his head at the same time. His big ears going flopping.
Yeah, if you ask me, retirement's boring.
There we go. That's the spirit. That's something I like to hear about new potential recruits.
Hello, hello. My name's TNO. I like money.
Well, hello, she. You know, my name is Empelic.
Well, it's very nice to meet you, Angelic. Am I saying that right?
I don't even know how to pronounce it. I just wrote the name down.
Oh. Oh, goodness.
Yeah, whatever. That's the best guess I'm going to give it.
This is fair.
Unless you want to do the Spanish thing and say that the LL is pronounced like a Y, but God, no.
Excuse you, my last name is spelled with the Spanish double L.
Nothing wrong with the Spanish double L. It's just that
That's what I'm saying.
In that name there, I don't think that'd be pronounced very easily.
Probably not.
Name is Zirian.
Well, a pleasure to meet you, Zurian. And you all wish to be new members, yes? You're not looking to hire for a thought out and planned expedition?
We would love to join you guys in exploring the ancient tombs.
Oh, that's the spirit. Well, they're not always tombs, you know. Sometimes they are simply cities that have become submerged. Or, you know, subterranean?
Even better.
Yes, submerged or buried. Yeah.
I imagine submerged for you, my fine amphibian friend, should not be too much of a problem.
I should be able to handle that.
Yeah, yes, excellent. You never know when you're going to find submerged pockets in an ancient city. So, what are your names? I will add you to my roster.
I am Greg.
Greg. Excellent. And the rest of you? You're not all Greg, are you?
No.
Well, I already introduced myself.
Ah, it's you, yes.
An old meshcore. And I'll kind of shake my belly on one that keeps him fed.
Ah, a cook. Always good to know. But do you serve vegetarian cuisine?
I cook whatever needed, including my enemies. I'll kind of heft the walk back up on his shoulder.
Well, some of us are herbivores, so it's always good to ask.
Of course. Always important to know.
Zirian Coatspire, a family from the throne.
From the throne of the human lands, I take it?
Yes.
He nods a bit.
Larceny Runespire.
Ah, what a name. Larceny. I feel like you're going to try to rob me now.
It's only a name.
But what's
I
in a name?
suppose so.
Like,
Oh. It's fine, I'm sure.
So, what made you all decide that you want to join our guild?
a sense of adventure.
Adventure is always good.
Boredom.
Well, we can't be having that now, can we?
I was dragged here.
Oh, you don't want to join that, are you? Do you?
But then I found out that the value of your expeditions be having a lot of gold involved in them.
Well, we are the gold seekers after all. What would you think that not having gold, you'd have to have gold to be gold seekers.
I mean, you could be really bad at finding gold. And that would be
Finding gold, so you could be one that wants more gold.
There's nothing wrong with more gold. Well, those are the fun things that you wish to do.
What sort of fun things?
Well, you could fun vacations if you wanted to take a vacation. If you can get more equipment to do better in your job, if you want to do that. There's all kinds of stuff you can use gold for.
There, I like
Speaking
that
of
answer.
equipment, do you guys have equipment for sale?
Well, we're not a selling place. We can share certain equipment with members during expeditions, but other than that,
Okay.
I got a question for you.
sure.
Have you heard about something that was found to the west recently?
Oh, yes, that was something that my assistant and I were discussing. There's some indication that there might have found an ancient civilization buried under the sorry, voice. I do not like my voice. Under the Andervac Hills. It's a good spot. Most people don't want to dig anywhere. But, holes sometimes open up, especially after quakes, and people want to explore, and of course other people are frightened, because they think they're going to run into another demon incursion, but, that sort of thing happened very deep underground. Not the shallower places that can open up during during a quake. And besides, people explore cave systems all the time, and some of them go even deeper than what it was thought to have caused the demon incursion.
I mean, sometimes you don't even find demons in demon temples, and then you get disappointed.
See, there you go. But it's good not to see demons. You really don't want to be seeing demons, right?
Devils, on the other hand.
No, the only thing I'm interested in is ghosts.
Ghosts? You believe in ghosts?
Yeah, I killed one.
Yeah, I mean, we thought something like one.
I lost a gold piece for that.
It was weird.
They almost killed this one. Points at Zarian.
I mean, almost. If I had a better weapon, that would have been this almost. But it was fun. It was like fighting a shadow.
Well, weird things do happen sometimes. But still, you have to be aware that when we're going into a ruin, you can't blame every bump and noise on ghosts and then try to run away. We have occasionally had problems with that.
No, of course not.
Of course,
Run away.
Of course, the occasional tour, the occasional tours do get off on supposedly haunted spots. Some, people or another want to spend their money on ghost tours. Well, if we happen to have a connection to that, well, we will help them out with that.
Oh, you're sure you This group runs towards the bumps.
What a funness.
So what would you like us to do first?
Well, you were talking about an expedition to the west, to the hills. And you said you're interested in that?
Yes, we are.
I mean, I'm always interested.
Do we need to gather information and materials ourselves?
Well, we should be able to supply various food stuff and other such materials and when heading to the west. And of course transport.
Will we be traveling just ourselves, or would other members of the guild be along?
It would just be us. My assistant would need to stay here to watch for people who wish to do business with us after all.
So it would be the 6 of us.
That sounds like fun.
Agreed.
Anyone in disagreement don't want to do this? He's gonna kind of like the rest of them.
When would we be doing this expedition?
Well, we can leave soon if you are up for it. I could have all of the everything that we need to go by tomorrow. As long as I have people who are interested in the expedition, I can definitely forge on ahead.
Yeah, I just need to do something tomorrow, and which shouldn't take that long. I just can't leave today.
Sounds like yeah, I mean, I'm good. I got nothing to do.
Or we have nothing else to take care of. I can head out at any time. Actually, yeah, I do have a question myself.
Oh, yes, what is it?
Oh, yeah. I happen to be one who partakes in the magic arts myself, but I'm not much one for institutions. Can you think of anything that could help my spells be hit harder?
I'm afraid I'm not much for the magical talk. You might want to talk to one of the magic guilds. They might be able to give you some pointers.
When are we looking to head out? I might make a detour. Minutes, hours, a day.
Tomorrow at the earliest, but I can delay until you lot are ready. Just let me know.
Where should we make a meeting point for tomorrow then?
Here, of course.
Sounds good. Because I know there's like a couple of us have stuff to do tomorrow. We'll meet there when they're ready. You'll meet all here, I guess.
About what time would you say?
Looks at the other two.
I don't know. It shouldn't take that long.
How about lunch? I'll cook something for the road.
All right, that sounds good.
Perfect.
I'll kind of scurry off to try to figure out if there's a magical item that would assist me. Being a rather unintelligent character without any kind of
You know,
like institutionalized formal training, so he has no idea what the heck he's looking for.
You're a sorcerer. That kind of comes with the territory.
Yep.
yeah.
Also, well, I as a player know all sorts of things I'd love to have. Ashkar has a small case of the dumb. You know what I mean?
I might be able to help. What are you looking for? Something to make your spells punch harder, right?
Yeah. But I'm
And
also trying to play a character that has no institutional knowledge of magic at all. So it's difficult as a player.
Grizz, would I, as a Grung who was one searching for such things, and two has a pact with a being who is very much interested in all sorts of valuables, have knowledge of that kind of stuff.
You might have some. Roll Arcana.
Oh god. I think that's pretty shit on me.
I'll be right back.
It's a 2.
All right.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay. And okay to Zarin, who as well, who just that's me. So Grek, sorry, I should actually say Ashkar. Remind me again what exactly you're looking for.
Just some kind of magical item that my character could pick up that would make his stuff hit harder. +1s, +2s.
Out of character, what are you thinking of?
Out of character, the absolute perfect thing would be the Bloodwell Vial. Because that's a thing
The
where
what?
it gives me extra... There's an item from Tasha's called the Bloodwell Vial that... Well, I'm concerned technically
there we go.
magic because I have to attune to it with
Wondrous
with
item,
a little bit of
uncommon.
my blood in it. But it's a +1, 2, 3 for
Okay, yeah, with the 20, the frog would definitely know of these.
Yes, I would refer you to them. I myself might need to look for a Rod of the Pact Keeper, actually.
Yeah.
While I'm thinking of it.
You could probably get one if you asked your magical sugar daddy nice enough. Or did something worth rewarding.
Those who steal. She's actually one of those who steals them from me. Like, my whole purpose is to get valuable stuff and then give it to her. So, yeah. Well, she wouldn't give me stuff, that's for sure. She's a very greedy genie.
I get you. Yeah, now that but if my buddy Greg here would tell me what a Bloodwell Vial is, then yeah, I'd spend some time that afternoon and the next day.
Okay, so that's your downtime. All right.
Yeah, I'll go look for some magic items as well. Probably Rolf the Packkeeper, but that's probably not something you can buy as easily as you would think. I don't know. Rock items seem iffy.
Yeah.
So might need to go look for like a weird gold shop that has it.
Something you may technically have to get as payment from your patron. Hey! That's always how I've always viewed them. Something that's like, you did a good thing for me. Here, have a mark showing that I like you. You get to live to see the next sunrise.
Yeah, I might have to buy it from her. That might be an option.
So, I would like both of you to roll me 1d12. And is what level of difficulty of commonality is a Route of the Pack Keeper anyway?
Depends on the level.
Uncommon rare, very rare, I believe.
Hello, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Hello.
Y'all talking about the thing that boosts sorcerer magic?
Yes, as well as the Rod of the Pack Keeper, which is uncommon rare, very rare, respectively.
I might go for a rare one because I do have the money for it, probably. But I don't know if I'm gonna find it or not.
Do I need to pull up the thing for finding magic items, or should I just let this app, or do I?
What are you looking for? Because I know what they're looking for, and I'm still waiting for a roll from Ashkar.
Oh no, I'm not looking for anything. I'm talking about if I should pull up the rules for finding magic items.
I'm sorry, I thought I had hit enter. Apparently didn't read my input. But
Okay.
You go.
Or are we just using something else?
Oh no, I was asking them. This is for them.
Oh, okay.
Maybe also a ring of free action, which is rare as well.
All right, so the rings are easier to find since you already found a ring seller. What commonality is that?
That's also rare.
So roll me a 2d10. He is charging 10,000 gold for that. No, hold on. Oh, sorry. Yeah, 10,000 gold. Sorry, I kept looking at the wrong ones.
Might have that. Let me do some. How much for rod though? Because that's what I'm gonna buy first.
Okay, so you find yourself in the back alley of of the Traveler's Ward, and a very shifty, one of the taller rat folk, a Varnice, with a patch over one eye, it basically has a cloth, it wrapped up in a cloth, and is like showing it to you. Also, give me another 2d10. So he is willing to sell this to you for 3,000 gold.
Yeah, treat that. I can do that. So that's back to the Rod Keeper too.
Yes, the Pact of the Rod Keeper. Am I the only one that heard that?
The rod, the keeper of the pact rod.
Is it not on the item list?
Not a pact of the Rod Keeper, but the Rod of the Pact Keeper has.
I can actually see a Pact of the Rod Keeper, though. Being a new pact boon.
It's actually not in Roll20 for some reason. Rod of Security is, though.
Guess I'm gonna manually add it then. Oh, that's gonna be annoying. This is gonna help me out with spells a lot, though.
Yep. As for the blood vial, the only information you can find about one in the city is by someone who was selling such magical items who was actually found dead just the other day.
Well, that's unfortunate. I may ask around to see if they had an associate, or if their business has just been shut down entirely.
All right. So, Greg, did you also buy your ring?
No, because that's too expensive. I'm not gonna give $10,000, 10,000 gold for a ring that just makes me unable to be paralyzed.
And you are now wielding attuned to the Rod of the Pack Keeper?
If I can figure out how to add it to my thing, I will, yeah.
Okay. So, technically you are. You just have to wait till you can add it. And it feels great. There is a problem. It's kind of welded to your hand now, and you can't let it go.
Great, it's cursed.
Yep, it's a cursed item.
Does it do what it's supposed to?
Technically, yes. It also is a cursed item.
So it's just glued to my hand. It's fine.
Hold on. I'll pull out the page for that shows what cursed happens when when something is cursed.
Because there's multiple curses.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
It's
those,
just glued to my hand. I mean, no one wants to shake them anyway. So, like, I mean.
All right. So roll me a 1d6.
No good.
Oh, here's the thing about cursed magic items. The curse doesn't go away when you want it to do it.
It's fine.
Yeah. Basically, the way it works with attuned magic items, the curse is on the item, and you can't just use remove curse on the item. You can't use remove curse on yourself while you're still attuned to the item. You have to remove curse after you've unattuned to the item to get the remove curse to work. So 5. Correct.
There's also the question of is the...
Oh, so basically at the moment, Greg?
Yeah.
Basically what happened is that you suddenly feel a bit confused. Like, any wisdom saving throw you might, or even just a regular check with wisdom is going to be at disadvantage.
Fine, I'm not wise anyway.
So now you have a disadvantage at anything involving wisdom.
Do help me remind me of that sometimes, because I'm definitely gonna forget. Sure of it.
Nah, you would never forget that. You're wise.
Not anymore.
How do I up my spell save DC?
So I believe, by the way, Rod of the Pack Keeper, is that your dominant hand or your other hand?
I mean, I don't think it matters.
It technically doesn't matter.
Okay, well, whichever hand you picked it up in and attuned to it in, it's now stuck to that hand, so...
Let's do it with the...
That's why I was saying that. It's like, that would be really bad if it's glued to your dominant hand.
Can I still open my hand? Is it just stuck?
Yeah, you can't remove it, and your fingers are kind of useless. You can't really hold anything with those fingers.
I mean,
you've already got a rod in your hand.
I can open my hand, right?
In terms of flexing your fingers, yes. In terms of using that hand for anything else, no.
I mean, technically speaking, I just need to place my hand on the wall to stick to it. So that's
you're fine. You're fine that way. It's like because you're just using your fingertips, but yeah, because your fingertips are sticky, not just your palm.
Yeah,
I just imagine like every time he moves like against the wall, it's just like banging against the wall.
Yeah, but because of the rod, you might want to put a note on that. Wall climbing while trying to stealth will be at the stealth will be a disadvantage because you're gonna be making noise with the scraping. You can still stick. You just make it harder for to move.
I'll just
But that's
get
movement
like
stealth, not
Yeah.
fixed position stealth. If you're like
I'll-
ducking behind something and curling up on a wall, you can stealth there, as
I'll
in
just get a
staying still.
little. I'll just get a little glove to put over it with a bit of wool so it doesn't clank anymore. You know. Or wear a sock for my staff.
If you did that, you would suddenly lose the ability to stick with that hand, though.
No. Like you know how what's a good thing? What's a good thing? I don't know. I can't think of a good thing. You know how a sock goes over a foot? I was thinking how that goes over the staff without going over my hand. If you know what I mean.
I don't think you have a sock that's quite long enough to do that.
I can get some made, is what I mean. It'll
Okay.
take a while. How big is this rod? Because rods are. Is it one or is it a rod? That's a good question.
It's a rod, which is bigger than a wand.
Oh yeah, that's
There's
pretty
also
big.
not a staff.
Yeah, it's
So
not quite as big as it's not quite as big as a staff. But it doesn't have a head on it like a staff does. Or like a staff can. Forgot. Both staffs don't have heads either. And what about the rest of you? What are you guys doing?
I was gonna go to the Dancing Blade thing to go basically apologize for my absence towards the end. If they had all noticed.
Yeah, you get there and the oh, I have to open that page up to remind me. Gosh, come on, Blades, where are you? Dance with Blades. And the Castus is kind of like looks you over and goes, "Hey, you didn't get paid last night. You didn't come back with the rest of us."
Yeah, I was sort of chasing after a rat that knocked some stuff over and decided to run off. And
Did you see the rat steal anything?
I thought he might have, but I never managed to catch up to him because he escaped into the sewer system.
Yeah, rats do that. She kind of nods. Do you need more work?
Not immediately. I am gonna be joining I'm going to be joining a group for an expedition tomorrow, so I may be gone for a few days.
All right. Well, stay safe out there. All right.
Okay. I will. Thank you and good night.
Yeah. Well, good day.
Good day. Whatever.
Interesting. He was told that he didn't get paid for the job, and he doesn't ask to be paid today. It's official. Larceny does charity work.
I'm not larceny.
That's
Oh,
you.
Shio?
Larceny does not do charity work, I assure you. Unless he has connections to that person.
The only charity he does is charity of larceny.
Yes. I show up places. That's the charity of me.
You too.
I forgot. I basically just forgot. I forgot the character I was supposed to be playing. Whoops.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you too can help a rogue in need.
You too can help a rogue in need. Give me your wallet.
Say hello to my friends, Stabitha and Pearson. But yeah, as far as I'm just gonna keep trying to chase down leads to hopefully get one of these vials. If not, then I'll just meet with everybody at the meeting time.
Zion's got nothing else besides what he did.
Yeah, it looks like the only thing that any of you are up for doing is to leave the city and hope that nothing bad happens or something like that. I mean, after all, those guards will hopefully forget about you if you don't accidentally show your faces too soon.
What you're saying is she'll rush toward the guards.
I'd like to point out they didn't tell us to stick around or go anywhere.
No, they didn't. You weren't under arrest. It's just that you did do some weird stuff, and they were giving you the official eye.
Yeah. Also, it's not that I, as a player, legitimately didn't know where the house was, and I didn't want to break the momentum by asking as a player. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand.
And then I just happened to roleplay to make me look fishy as fuck.
Yeah, but then Greg did even more fishy stuff, so...
You called the guard a racist?
I take offense to that. I behaved like a model citizen.
She never once brought your race into everything, but now she thinks you're a racist.
She called me a liar.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with your race.
At this point in time, Shio is more trustworthy than you are, according to the public eye.
Yep,
Yeah.
actually.
To be fair, that's the right.
The creepy little owl is the most trustworthy of the party.
I mean, the weird Krong shouldn't be trustworthy, to be honest. No offense to the Grung players out there, but...
Well, you are a strange grung with a bottle.
Also,
which means you also stand out on a crowd.
Yeah,
also, I'm a charlatan, so...
There's that, too.
And a warlock.
I'm a human wearing a saber-tooth tiger skull with a crown on it. I think I stand out as well.
Yeah, you get some weird look. You've gotten some weird looks, but I imagine that you don't need to be told every time that people are giving you odd looks.
I'm just assuming I get weird looks.
Yes. Your outfit is not normal.
No.
You're in a weird headspace.
I am in a weird headspace.
As in, you're in someone else's head. Literally.
It's fine. Don't worry about that. We don't need to touch him, man. It's fine. Ignore that situation completely.
All right, so the next day.
Good for me.
All right. So it's the day. So it's the day today.
Next day, still trying to chase stuff down before lunch.
All right. I will go do what I need to do.
All right. Do we need the second instance of Roll20, or are you just going to stick with the party?
Right.
All right.
Okay. So
So what is it you want to do?
So I'm going to go to visit my boss so I can figure out who I'm supposed to be going after next.
All right. Yeah. Zib looks up again when you're coming into his office. Like, yes, you're still in town. All right, so if you're serious about not wanting to lie low and continue to look, I do have another job potential for you.
Is it in a different ward this time, other than the traveler's ward?
It's in the dock ward.
I see. And who would I be going after this time?
One second, trying to get my notepad open. My cat is now sat down on my keyboard. No keyboard. Sorry. Sweet cat, but she likes to sit down on my keyboard sometimes.
Yeah.
So he's basically outlined saying, okay, so what do you know about the dock ward? I know you're usually not hanging out there. So what do you know?
And I don't know anything. I don't even think I've set foot in the dock ward. At least not recently.
Are you tolerant of wet, salty air?
I'm tolerant of whatever air I need to be in. If I can tolerate the stale, this decaying air of a demon temple, I'm sure I can handle the dock ward's sea smell.
Very good. Well, your next target is on the dock ward. Need you to survey this individual. They are a civilian named Gotri Halfulson.
Can you write that down for me?
Sure. Sorry, sweetie. Oops. They're a civilian, and they happen to be a foreman there on the docks. A contract for their life has come across my desk, and I'd like you to observe this individual for a while and figure out the best way of taking them out so that it looks like an accident.
Sorry, I was just writing. Can you repeat that?
They are a foreman out at the docks. I'd like you to observe them for a while and take them out in such a way that it looks like an accident. And of course, as always, try your very best to not injure, let alone kill, any civilians.
Okay. What are the civilians again?
People that are not your target, that are not trying to kill you.
No, the guy, I don't know how to pronounce his race.
Sorry, I thought you said civilian. Civilians are the bear people. The bear folk.
I see.
Do you think you can handle that, Chio? It's not quite as simple as killing someone and disposing of the body.
This should be therapeutic for me.
Good.
All right. I will now be taking my leave then.
Well, walk in the shadows and go in safety.
Of course.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, so for the next day, I think the party would have noticed that Greg cannot put down that rod that he has in his left hand.
I just like it so much. I'll never put it down.
Yeah. I'm
I
sure
feel like
that's
with what
fine.
we've seen of him as a character, it wouldn't surprise Ashkar if he was just so paranoid of it being stolen.
To be fair, we have someone in the party basically named Thief, so...
What?
I don't feel like Zirian would.
Larceny
One.
would you?
Yeah.
Man, literally named after the act of stealing.
Yeah.
I said, like, I didn't do anything.
I don't.
My name is not Thief, it is Good Person.
I am innocent man. That is my name.
My name is Lawful Good.
Yeah. I feel like
My name is Civilian.
I feel like Zirian would be like he wouldn't necessarily care as long as it doesn't seem to be hurting him, so I'm sure it's fine. Think about it anyways. I mean, I can cut his arm off.
That would definitely help him let go of the rod. He wouldn't be able to pick anything
Or just cut his hand off and make him regenerate it. Bam, he can just use his hand.
I think that's Come here, Greg. Just kidding.
Where are you?
I mean, if it starts killing him, he might do that.
Who
Reminds me
needs
to-
to be a battle master to learn disarming strike?
I mean, you don't anymore, because you take it as a feat.
I guess in this case it would be called unarming strike.
You know. Is Gargum psychic?
What do you mean? Yeah, of course I am.
So you're a small, medium, at large?
Sorry, what?
You're
You know,
tiny, you're small.
Sorry. It's very funny to primary English speakers.
Yeah.
Okay.
A medium is a psychic, and you're a small creature, and at large means like I don't know how to describe what at large means.
Medium is another word for someone who is psychic. You are small, so you are a small medium at large.
And at large
Both
is
sizes.
running away, or not arrested, that sort of thing.
Jullie stelletje koekoekloks.
There's gunshots reported on 5th and Main. The suspect is still at large.
Uh-huh. Okay. Anyway, are we gonna go to the dungeon delve?
Yeah.
So we prefer our looks on the front.
And I'm guessing no luck for me on my second search. No other leads.
Sorry.
What does it sorry mean?
What?
I was continuing to search to see if someone else picked up the mantle of their store, or if it was just a street stall or whatever. but I
There
never got
would
an answer.
no information. I thought I'd already said
Thanks.
that. I'm sorry.
Nope. But still, I appreciate it. I'd rather an answer to no answer. But the search continues.
It does.
So I guess it's time to meet up at what's the place called?
The Gold Seeker Guild.
Oh yeah, Gold Seekers.
Yes.
All right. So you make it back, and you already find some, travel arrangements have been made. Not unlike your trip with the wizard, there is an appointed carriage with luggage space and enough room for all of you, and 2 draft horses to pull it along, and a driver. And your new Luxodon companion is standing there waving on the outside. Like, good. I'm glad to see that you have in fact made it.
Wouldn't miss it for the world.
Ashkar will look very glum.
What's wrong there, my Zib friend?
My search did not bear any fruit.
Oh, that is
The
always
one
unfortunate.
The one that I had fell to some with ill-gotten gains. Well, I'll get you preparing lunch for the road. Where's the kitchen?
Well, there's no kitchen per se. There's just the carriage. The supplies are on it.
Hey, miss, this place, is that like its own courtyard, or is it kind of just like on the street?
It's on the street. Basically, a storefront guild.
Okay. I'm just trying to think, not as just as a player, but also as a character, what the logistics would be, so I can cook this lunch that I promised without, starting a fire on the street.
All right. So basically, he decides to eventually just kind of like usher you inside and finds you a space.
I have magic. I already have my cooking utensils. I just need a spot where I can light a fire without causing a panic.
There's a woman inside. One of the I don't think I have an official name for them. They're basically the Talani equivalent of a tiefling, so horse-like with big horns. But they're often referred to as the elk folk because they kind of, even though they're more horse-like, they kind of resemble elk in a way. So they get nicknamed They get nicknamed elk folk all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And she's kind of working in there and some what looks like paperwork.
Yeah. And I think what I'll go ahead and do, as far as breakfast is concerned, because the one mentioned vegetarians, I'll think basically 2 meals for those that are more carnivorous minded. I think like omelet, but loaded up with a lot of veggies and whatnot. And then for the vegetarians,
yeah, I was to say
but vegetable instead, or like potato instead of egg.
Yeah, because I was about to say, when we're talking herbivores here, we're talking unable to process animal. Well, certain animal products, but basically eggs are not on the menu for most herbivores. Although there are some that are like partial to not exactly oviraptors, but can process insects and egg and honey and such.
Yeah.
But
That'd be like birds and shit, right?
well, the birds most definitely. Bird folk conversely can't ingest the bird and reptile folk can't ingest dairy products for the most part. Dragons can pretty much ingest anything. Even if they technically don't have mammary glands, dragons can eat anything, considering they can eat gems and gold. So the things like kobolds, which you haven't seen if there are any kobolds on this world, and especially dragonborn can usually also process that sort of thing. But when we're talking
two options,
we're talking herbivores. It's basically vegan.
And then one option will be with egg. The other which replace the egg with basically like hash browns.
Yeah.
Still nice and filling, so a lot of stuff there.
Hash browns are good. I like hash browns and hash brown potatoes.
Yep, daily dose of carbs.
So the meal is sampled. Did you make enough for the his assistant who's staying behind?
Yes, I would make enough for everybody that's present. And do you want me to roll to see if it's spectacular?
Sure.
But,
Roll with your proficiency.
Ashgar, I would just like to remind you that I can't eat any non-animals.
Then I will hastily make up an only egg omelet for him. A little bit of bacon or sausage if I happen to have any.
Thank you.
Yeah, so the three meals that you make are spectacular. So basically, you have 3 plate things going. You like have vegetables chopped up and put that into one pan. You have egg cooking in 2 pans, and you put vegetables and meat in the middle pan, and only meat in the third pan. So it's like lots of people get the everything omelet. Some of them just get the potatoes. And one of them just gets the egg and meat.
Yeah. And we'll pep it up just by a little magical flourish.
Most spectacular, my new friend. It is good to have a proper cook on the team. Most of the time, we have to eat just field rations.
Believe me, with a little water, salt, and pepper, you can whip up something nice out of a ration. And I'll kind of clean up and pack up my things. Well, shall we head out?
Yes, we shall.
To adventure.
Okay, in terms of transportation.
And we're in an inland city, correct? We're not directly on the coast?
No, the city's on the coast. That's why I've got a dock ward.
I remember we're on the coast of the river, or the coast of the ocean. So thank
you. No, you're on the coast of the ocean.
Thank you.
Yeah, so basically every 2 squares is a day. So it takes you a day to get around there, which is, close to where you went to the temple. It'll take. Let's see, how many days does it take to get there? So, 2, 3, 4. No, sorry. 1, 2, 3. It'll take 4 days to get there. So that's first day. That's second day. And that is third day of there. Sorry there. Didn't mean to disturb you. This is day 3, so...
I'm just remembering the unfortunate occurrence in our last expedition where I accidentally made a shotgun out of 2 walls.
And now we've learned.
This time, hopefully, you're better at gaining your bearings.
Can't do it.
Well, this will be fun.
We need to screw ourselves.
I'm sure you guys have been looking forward to, as much as I have, some time to get some battles on, right?
Oh boy, is it battle time?
Yes. So, towards the evening of the 3rd day, the 6th of Isilpri, the 5 of you are kind of like setting up the perimeter of the area, while the camping area, while the guild leader is off at the camp stoking the fire a bit. It's a little bit after dinner, so you guys are just basically doing, perimeter check sort of stuff, while he being kind of an older man is just kind of relaxing and everything. Just one of those sort of nights. So you're at a little bit of a distance from the campsite. And that is when you hear a kind of a strange noise coming from the surrounding grasslands. Kind of somewhat of a growl, but also what sounds like something with wings. What do you do? Like you hear a growling noise, but you're hearing also the frup 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 noise that it implies wings.
I'm gonna.
Oh, whoops. I was trying to look at my description, not roll the spell. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna take cover.
Okay.
Is there anything to take cover against, like a tree or something?
You are a small frog. You could probably duck down in the grasses and hide there. The frog and the Grek and Shio could probably hide in the grass. Just out, ducking down will break the line of sight from things. Zirin, Larceny, and Ashkar don't have that type of advantage, though. The 3 of you have nowhere to stealth.
I'm gonna do that so I don't get swooped by a giant eagle. It's one of my top fears.
Well, consider your bottle was already stolen by a seagull at one point. With you in it.
I'm gonna elevate myself above about 15 feet off the ground and prepare my crossbow bolt.
Okay, so you're flying 15 feet. Greg, roll stealth.
I'm so hidden.
Yeah, you're kind of flattened down the grass and think that you're hidden. Out from the dark, one creature comes. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Also, just because I didn't get the opportunity to say what I'm doing, I'm going to position myself near the older fellow.
You're a ways away. This is basically, you guys were just outside of camp. He's like past beyond the borders of this area up here.
Okay, so he is outside the engagement. He is safe.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say, that you don't have to worry about defending him during the fight. You guys were working on perimeter while he was watching the fire.
Appreciate it.
So from the darkness, one leaping up from the grass where it had been crouching, spring 3 manticores.
Oh.
That seems like a bit of overkill, but
Oh damn!
3 of them.
Mm-hmm. Now this one over here is flying at 20 feet. This one here just sprang up from the grass, so it's technically level with it. This one is a bit lower to the ground at 1 to 10 feet.
As a certain barbarian would love to say, this is fine.
It's fine. I don't see the problem with it.
Oh, thank you for that. Thanks for that roll. Beautiful.
Right?
Oh yeah, mage armor is on because it's always on because that's my thing. Do I have it on?
Yeah, you have your symbol up. I would assume that, you know, well, before walking the perimeter, you put up your mage armor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was just surprised that my AC was fucked, but apparently it was just not toggled on. Why? Oh, because it says that I have armor in here, which I'm not wearing.
We are missing Ashkar on this list.
Yep, I was trying to click it, but I
And
I'll
Larceny.
take
Larceny
it.
is also missing.
I'm not too sure on how to add it.
You
I
click
never
on your
clicked
token,
your
and then you hit the roll initiative.
Do I just want to hide? These things can definitely murder me in like one round.
Well, you already rolled your hide, so for pre-battle.
True, but I can just go into a bottle for like 4 hours, so...
Yeah, there is that. But that'd be abandoning your party.
I'll throw that bottle at one of the manticores.
We'll see.
You can also just smash it.
It might not... Yeah, you could smash it, but they don't know that. Don't tell Grizz that you could just smash it. Shh.
Yeah,
No, the manticore.
so basically,
Nah,
Larceny, what you do is that you open up your sheet, you have you select your token, and you go to where it says initiative and just click on that.
Ah, okay.
Basically, because we're both using Beyond 20, just do the same thing you did, except select your token while you're doing it.
Yeah, and make sure you're up to level 4 because your sheet here just says level 3.
All right.
Alrighty then. So
That was the original number.
How fuck the 2 rogues go last?
No,
Yeah.
You got 12 at least.
So the
Why does this one start?
yeah, so sadly the one closest to Greg that sees a tasty little frog in the grass will be swooping down.
I mean, see it. Technically speaking, evolutionarily speaking, he wouldn't want to eat me. That's why I'm bright green.
True. The thing is, though, that the Manticore is not aware that you are poisonous. This is not a jungle region. They are not used to they're not used to things being green being poisonous. They're used to green things being reptilian and thus being good to eat.
Yeah, that would really only.
Jungle creatures, on the other hand, know better than to mess with a green creature. It's like, no, that's green.
Like a giant anaconda would know better.
Yes, a giant anaconda would know better. So the Manticore sweeps down. It can fly 50 feet. So that is 5, 10, 15. And then lowers itself down 10 feet. So that is 25. And attempts to claw and bite at Greg.
I could just go invisible.
So the 2 slashes I think landed, but the bite does not.
Wait, yeah, that's a lot of damage.
It's 13 damage. It's not even half. It's not even half your thing.
It's barely not half my health, Chris. Barely not. You're 1 HP off. You're like, oh, that's not even half your health. Well, I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah, and in that moment you realize you're not half as hidden as you thought. So the next Manticore, staying up in the air, launches 3... What?
It needs to make a bunch of Constitution saves.
Let's see, it just hit you with its claws, not its paws. Does it say that any melee attack or any
creature grapples or otherwise comes into direct contact with your skin?
I'm not including its claws just yet because its claws technically do not have living tissue where it hit you. If it hit you with the bite, it would definitely be taking damage or getting poisoned. Yes. But the claws extend out from the paws. The paws would be the claws can't absorb anything. The paws, on the other hand, could if it batted you with a paw. Like if it missed, then with one of those or something like that.
I guess I don't know.
Yeah. As I said, I was paying attention to the bite. If the bite had hit you, then it would definitely be in direct contact with your skin.
Then I would have just gone into my lantern because I only have 3 HP left, and I don't know.
Yeah. So the second Manticore launches tail spikes from up in the air. It's 20 feet up. The first is at Ashkar, second at Larceny, third at Zirin.
Which one was Ashkar? Second?
No, first is Ashkar. So the second one is at Larceny. I think that's the only one that hits.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait. Can I still use my reaction?
What's your reaction, Greg?
It takes 4 damage and gets pushed 10 feet away from me.
All right.
Have.
So. That very much confuses the Manticore.
I have multiple types of poison.
Alright. So, Larceny, you take 10 points of damage.
I'm going to use my reaction to cast Hellish Rebuke.
Alright, go for it. Dexterity saving throw. It did not save.
So 10 points, right?
19 points.
Yeah, this is 19.
No, on me.
Yeah, 10 points on you.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
But the Manticore takes almost twice that, so I guess it's even now.
Yep. Zirin.
As all things should be.
What do you wish to do?
I would like to go into a rage. And we're gonna go the one that's closest to him. Surprise! Bap it.
Alright, that hits. 18 damage. Anything else? This is level 4, so that's right. Yeah, you know that. Yeah, I have a level 3 or 4 barbarian. They don't get extra attack yet. Greg.
I am very angry, and I run towards it as I cast as a bonus action hex on it. And then I'm going to attempt to stab it, and I'm going to try and flank so I get advantage. Is this flanking?
Flanking a big right here.
Yeah.
And what ability are you going to put disadvantage on?
Let's do strength, because, I don't know. In case it grapples and tries to fly away with someone, so it doesn't have advantage on that. Then I'm going to stab it. That misses, so nothing happens. I'm sad. Oh, wait, yeah, sorry.
Advantage, so roll another 1d20 plus 5. Yeah, so you did hit it, and it's for the original damaging. So that is a 13.
And I can, for free, I can coat it with poison, so there shouldn't be bludgeoning damage on there, or hex. It needs to make a DC 12 save or get 7 poison damage as well.
Take 7 damage. You hear it roar in pain.
And then I'm gonna cry. That's it.
Ashkar.
Alright. So just to confirm, how many are on the ground?
2. I put a wing symbol on the one that's flying.
Just wanted to make sure. Appreciate it. Because I want to be away from the thing that's gonna try to eat me. If I don't, I'm gonna go ahead and shimmy over here, and I'm going to do a little bit of Scorching Ray, and I'm gonna send them all at this one.
All right.
So 19 for the first, 21 for the second, 22 for the third.
They all hit. Screams in pain
I have any special things for fire yet.
As bits of flame seem to dance around its fur. Larceny.
Actually, real quick,
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna ask, is it too late for me to do empowered spell for that second one to try to get more damage on it?
Sure.
Yeah, that. I'm basically just re-rolling the D6s, yeah. So 11 damage instead.
All right. So that Manticore is now dead. Its body flopping to the
Well
ground.
done, partner.
Oh,
It's
thank
really
God.
bad. It's a core kill.
Poor man.
Manticore got a fucking obliterated.
Bit a frog and died.
No, it tried to bite the frog. It didn't succeed on biting the frog.
That's fair.
And for flavor, because I didn't think to describe it, the spell literally just looks like me getting a big freaking vat of oil in my pot and just launching the whole thing like a catapult at it.
Nice.
I like it.
Taking it.
Deep fried Manticore.
Mm-hmm.
Can we eat it later?
Yeah, I can make a
Sweet.
I can make a nice pasta out of it, manticati.
Ooh. Manticati pasta.
Larceny, your turn.
Okay, I'm going to go over here and throw 2 of my psionic daggers at this Manticore.
All right.
Right, there's 1,
That hits.
and here's the other, I believe.
And the damage for these?
This is the
Remember, you can click
first
that pink-
one.
You can click the pink thing to do the damage. Yeah.
Wrong thing, I think.
Hold on, that's what the sneak attack.
Here's the second damage, I think.
I think it should just be 10 and 8 because it's not a sneak attack, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I untangled all of that and got put in the right amount. Anything else, Larceny?
Nope, that's it.
Alright, so that Manticore, now enraged by Larceny's attack, flies up 20 feet and launches its tail spikes all at Larceny.
Oh no.
So I believe that hits you twice. Is that correct?
I think so.
Yeah, for a total of 19 damage to Larceny. Chiyu, what do you do?
So because I'm going to use my bonus action to use my steady aim, which means I give myself advantage on my next attack roll by not moving at all.
It's nice.
And I will proceed to shoot this Manticore with my crossbow bolt.
Okay.
It really is quite nice. It's on-demand sneak attack.
So you get sneak attack this round?
Yes.
Okay. All right. That hits. Anything else you wish to do?
Nope, that's my action and my bonus action, and I am not allowed to move.
All right. So this Manticore, seeing its buddy getting hit from the crossbow, launches 2 of its 3 tail spikes at you, Shiu. Both miss, and launches the 3rd one out at Larceny. I believe all of those missed. Lucky. Zirin.
He's gonna.
Thank fucking God.
He's gonna move here, and be like, "Get down here!" And he's gonna reckless throw a jab on him straight up at it.
Cool, cool.
Yeet.
You hear it roar as the javelin strikes true.
I roar back at it. That's all I can do.
Greg.
Hi. Which one of them is the least hurt? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
They'll be like the furthest one away because nobody's attacked it yet.
Yeah, so I'm gonna. What's 60 feet away from that? I'm gonna move over here.
Remember, it's 20 feet in the air too.
Okay, I'm gonna move over here, man. That's close enough, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's close. I'm gonna
20 feet up.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're within 60.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast. Is it in here? Ray of Enfeeblement. Why isn't it in here? Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Ray of Enfeeblement. So.
On which one? I'm sorry.
The one that's not hit. So.
They've both been hit. They're both.
No,
they're
this
both
one.
hurt. Okay.
The one who's been being ignored.
Okay, hold on 1 second.
I need to make this.
You have to be a bit closer. It's 20 feet up, and it's the rate for it's within 60 feet.
Okay, am I close enough now?
Yes.
Okay. It doesn't give me a spell deck, so let me quickly fix that. That's not what I wanted to do.
Funny enough, being 45 feet horizontally actually is close enough. I just did the math with the square root and was it Pythagorean theorem?
Something like that.
Yeah, the squares.
There's no damage on that.
Okay.
Is there damage on that? No, there isn't.
No.
Yes, in fact, it's spell save DC. In fact, so.
No, it's actually both. You have to land the attack and then a roll for it.
Yeah,
that's the end of their next turn, basically.
Yeah, so it's active now, and at the end of his next turn, he can make a save. So
That's right, though.
Yeah. Yes.
It gives you at least one turn, basically, is what it does.
Yeah.
What it does.
It does half damage for strength attacks, which I presume are its attacks.
Yeah.
And it can make a constitution throw later. So less damage is good.
Alright.
And if I may ask, does the spell itself actually have any damage?
No, it doesn't, which is annoying. I find it sad.
But it
Ashkar.
still technically does damage because it's a ranged spell attack and you have stuff, yes?
I have stuff, so I don't know if that's get. Would Hex get triggered by that is the question.
I don't think so. It's not a damaging attack. I think it's whenever you cause damage.
Let me look up what Hex says.
Whenever you hit it with an attack. Does not specify damage.
Yeah, I guess.
Huh.
I mean, obviously, I'll leave it up to DM discretion.
Alright.
But
So, roll Hex.
Yeah, it's on there. Because it's a crit, so that's the Hex damage.
And the bludgeoning from your little pebble thing.
Yeah, I'm a pebble thing. Yeah,
Alright.
2 bludgeoning damage. Oh my god. Ooh.
Okay.
That's great. Now he's angry at me.
Ashkar, your turn.
Alright. Do either of them look like, fucked up? Like, do either of them look bloodied?
Yeah. The lower of the two.
This one?
The lower one, yeah.
My
I'll
friend.
Go ahead and do... Let's see. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do this. I'm gonna cast Scorching Ray again. First beam going at the one that's more injured. I'm assuming that misses.
Hold on a second. My cat just wandered in front of my screen. Yeah, that misses.
Okay. Second one.
Miss.
Damn. So I'm assuming, yeah, if all of those miss, then yeah, I'll just take the, I'll just eat the lost turn and shimmy here.
Okay.
Grass is just covered in like burning oil.
Larceny.
I'm going to just get as far away from them as I can. So like, I'll maybe just move here, and that'll be my turn.
All right. Manticore. Manticore is quite enraged at Ashkar this time. It flies. Let's see here. Yeah, it flies up another 20 feet. And launches all 3 tail spikes down at Ashkar.
The first and the second hit. Or sorry, the first and the third hit.
Alright, 11 damage altogether. Shia.
Yeah, same thing as before. I'm going to use my steady aim to give myself advantage and not move with my crossbow.
Which one are you aiming at?
The one that is currently 40 feet in the air.
Alrighty. That hits.
11 damage.
Anything else?
Nope, can't do anything else.
Alright, so this Manticore is very angry at Greg. And will launch tail spikes out at him.
Oh, fuck.
Quick question:
Oh,
what's the
well,
attack
that's-
modifier on that?
Dex.
Well, those are crit.
Didn't it just launch tail spikes? Can it just keep doing that?
Yep, it has. They have 24 altogether.
One of those was a critical hit.
I'm gonna take a nap.
Yeah, so Greg falls to the ground. Zirin. Oh wait, it gets to. Was that a concentration spell? That was a concentration spell, wasn't it?
I'll check.
Yes, it is concentration up. Oh, sorry, that's hex. Yes, you lose hex on this on your target.
Oh wait, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and the other one was. Oh, Raven Feeblement would have canceled out Tex.
Yeah, true.
So,
still would have taken 2 damage then.
Yeah. But Raven Feeblement goes away. Because that's a concentration spell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we have to put pink markers on you guys again to remind you about concentration spells. Zirin, what would you like to do?
Because I'm getting farther away, I'm still going to yeet another one with Reckless. But it'll be a flat roll this time. Fuck, right down here.
And it responds as well. Actually, yeah, Reckless makes it straight roll. So the javelin strikes true and embeds itself right into this Manicore's chest. The Manicore lets out a scream as its body starts tumbling down to the ground. Zirin, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Hooray!
This is exactly what was planned.
Zirin manages to dance out of the way before the body can strike him. He only gets a bit of viscera coating his face and his mask, but he doesn't actually get hit by the body.
And then we go bolting in this direction.
With another flying Manicore. Yeah. Greg, death saving throw, please. No!
Oh my god!
No.
Hey guys.
So that's 2 death tokens.
So let's get going on that new character, Grizz. How about?
Did I already give you a sheet? Because you're quitting. I probably gave you a sheet already, didn't I? I like Greg, but you. I'll give you a sheet. I know you. I should have given you a sheet already.
I'll probably survive. Wait, do we have someone who can heal in this party?
No.
Oh, okay, yeah. Time for a new team. Do we have a fighter? Because I kind of want to play a fighter.
We do not have a fighter.
I think we have two. I think we have 2 rogues, a sorcerer, and a barbarian.
Yeah, 1 bard, 1 sorcerer, and 2 roll and 2 rogues.
We used to have a fighter, but she left.
Hey.
Or he left actually, because the character.
Surprise, surprise, guys! You're gonna find stuff out when you ravage my dead body.
Ashkar.
You're poisonous. I don't think anybody wants to touch your dead body.
Aww.
Ashkar.
So, with the last one dead, we'll go ahead and cast a firebolt. Actually, no, because I want to shake things up. Let's move a little closer and do a ray of frost at that Manicore. And because I'm feeling frisky, I'm going to go and spend 2 sorcery points and quick cast a magic missile.
Alright.
3 darts. So pew, pew, and pew.
Larceny, you're up.
I am too hurt to want to do anything. So I'm just gonna end my turn doing nothing. I guess I'm gonna take a dodge action. Then.
She.
Far am I? Hold on.
You're flying 10 feet up.
15 feet.
15 feet, sorry.
and I am 50 feet up. I can do the exact same thing. And so I am going to. I don't, oh, that's a 19. I thought that was a 12. Never mind. That is 19 damage.
Alrighty. The Manticore sees Zirin dripping with the viscera and blood of its companion and dives down at him. And it has advantage because Zirin went reckless last time.
Yes, this is true. Two of those hit. Not the bite. Or not the last claw, rather.
Yeah, so 13 damage. Well, actually, half that because Barbarian.
Yes.
So that's 6 damage. So it bites and claws at you with frustration. Zirin, what do you wish to do?
Because here's the thing, he wouldn't know how close to dying Greg is.
Yeah, you're in a rage at the moment.
Yeah. He'll call to Ashgar, saying he's got a healing potion in the bag of holding. I'm gonna just swing out at this one. Well, reckless.
Sorry, thought I had my mic muted.
Alright. That hits. The Manticore is still alive. Anything else you can do, Zirin?
Nope. He's letting them know where the potion of healing is. If
Greg?
they so choose.
You're still alive at the moment, Greg.
Oh.
Ashgar. It's an action to search someone else's pack since he's not holding it out to you, in order to grab the potion, and it would also be an action to then feed it to Greg.
What I was afraid of.
If you have a potion on you, it's only an action to attempt to feed it to Greg.
Does one of you have the thief archetype? Because
No.
Rogue Thief can do it as a bonus action.
No, that's a soul knife, and this is and I'm a phantom.
He's a phantom.
Spooky boys.
So
Yep.
I'll go ahead and jog over to our boy, Zirian. I'll go ahead and grab the potion out of his bag of holding.
Alright. So that's your action.
Yep. And then I'll come 10
And
feet
you've used
back.
up some of your movement.
Yep. Yeah, then, like I said, I'll what's the word? Son of a bitch. I'm sorry. For a reason, I'm blanking on the words. I'm just gonna come 10 feet back and I'm gonna shout to Larceny or Shio, to get the potion to the frogman. And I'll go ahead and use my bonus action to eat one of my spell slots into 2 more sorcery points with a bonus action, and that's my turn.
Okay. Larceny, what do you do?
I'm going to how far is this? Yeah, I'm going to
Yeah.
run to him, take the potion,
Larceny.
and
Larceny.
No, that works
Yep.
because that works because of Rogue fucking being able to dash with their bonus action.
Okay, but then it would take
He
it.
just-
But it's a bonus action to then take the potion.
Oh, okay.
So-
okay, never mind.
So basically, you would have no action to then feed it to Greg. But you can
Yeah,
grab the
I
potion
know.
and still have some movement after.
I'll grab the potion and then, yeah, and I'm gonna bring it closer to Shio then.
Yeah, we're basically just daisy chaining.
You're bringing it to me. I can't. And the same thing's just gonna happen.
Yeah, he's 10 feet up. No, 15.
Oh yeah.
Specifically 15. He specified 15, not 10. So that's a bit more.
15 down, 15 over. That's 30.
That's 30, and it puts him next to Greg.
Yeah, I'll be next to Greg then.
Yeah, and then it would be bonus action to grab the potion from Larceny, and then action to feed it to Greg. Got it.
Wait, what is it? Bonus? What do you mean bonus action to grab the potion?
Because he's holding it out.
She's saying it takes action economy to actually take an item from somebody.
Yeah.
Well, also on me, so I'm not gonna do that.
So you're not gonna help Larceny at this point, is what you're saying.
I'm not gonna help Greg, is what I'm saying.
Okay, that's fine. Do whatever you need to do. Larceny thinks that you're gonna help. He's standing there holding out the potion. What are you doing?
I'm literally just I'm just gonna use my I'm gonna use my bonus action to dash, and I am just going to go straight to this Manticore, and I'm going to because Ziren's within range of the Manticore, I'm able to use the sneak attack. Bonus or non-action. So I'm going to use my rapier on him.
You're 15 feet up. Remember, you're well above the Minotaur.
I'm able to go down 10 feet because I only went 50, so I'm able to go down, and then I'll be 5, and I'll still be within range of the Manticore.
All right, so you're hovering on the at the level of the grass. You're basically at Ziren's head height.
Yes.
Or lower.
I'm tall bean.
Watch this fucking miss.
Nope, that hits, and the Manticore dies. Anything else you can do, Shio?
Nope.
Ziren, what do you do?
He's no longer going to need to rage, so that's fine.
Your rage fades.
But he's going to... I get 30 feet and get right here.
Do you have any more potions on you?
I can use my bonus action to snatch the one I took from him. Then he can take it from me back, I guess. And my action to feed it to the Grek.
The Grek.
The
question.
The Grek.
Question. You're a barbarian. Doesn't your rage fading make you a bit tired, or am I thinking of a specific kind of barbarian?
That's something else.
That's a berserker.
Okay. Alright.
Yeah, that's
I was double checking to make sure you weren't in that type of that you weren't that type of barbarian.
Yeah, that's Berserker's Frenzy, which is an add-on to that. Which,
so you snag the potion back from Larceny because apparently he wasn't fast enough to feed it to Greg, and it forced it onto the little green frog.
Basic's a 2d4 plus.
So do the roll, and we'll see how much hit points Greg regains.
Due to the rules of DnD, that was all 6 seconds.
Yep. Yeah. So Greg, you thankfully recover from this. You're suddenly feeling life returning to your cold body. Just for funsies, I want to see if another death saving throw would have killed you. No, you would have been okay.
Okay.
But Greg, you wake up and you see Ziren and Larceny hovering over you. Ziren is covered in Manticore blood.
Smiling.
Thank you.
Yeah, you almost beefed it there. Try not doing that.
I will try next time.
Good, because that's my only health potion. The rest of it we apparently sold. Boop. Take that out of the bag of holding, and it's now gone.
Yep. So shall we finish setting up?
The big elephant man comes rushing over from the cargo wagon. The wagon driver's apparently stayed behind and is kind of gawking at the entire scene, and he's like, "Oh, I was worried about you lot. Greg, you look like you were in a bit of trouble there, my little green friend."
I'm fine.
I'm assuming that you all shared your names with him, by the way.
Mm-hmm. We're on his roster, so it's fine.
Well, thank the gods that you are all okay now. Come, let us get by the fire and stay safe over there, my friends.
I will come back to the fire once I have grabbed whatever ammunition I could.
Yeah, I'm going to attempt to recover my 2 javelins.
All right. Zirin, roll me a 1d2. To roll me a plus, however many you used, plus
3.
1. So roll me a 1d4. Zirin, you discovered that one of your 2 javelins unfortunately broke during the impact. Probably the one that you launched upwards and it killed the one Manticore. It broke when it fell. And you managed to find 2 out of 3 of your arrows. The third is also hopelessly damaged.
Thank you.
If you wish, you may attempt to harvest Manticore parts, or you can leave the bodies there.
You know what? I don't know what I'm going to do with Manticore parts, but I'm going to take the Manticore parts.
Oh yeah, and even when Greg was down, that one rod was still affixed to his hand. Survival if you're harvesting Manticore parts, by the way.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll roll survival, but I gotta head out.
And I'll roll on one of them as well,
5.
but I'm specifically rolling for meat.
Yeah, so Zirin, you're basically looking it over and going, yeah, I don't know what to do with this. It's like maybe you find like a tail spike that you can harvest for like a trophy or something. What sort of things are you looking for in the Manticore? Come on up, Lyra.
I was going for bones.
All right, so you start hacking away at one of the bodies to harvest some bone. Ashkar, what about you?
I'm specifically getting meat. With that in mind, that could result in some bones. But
all right,
they wouldn't be
give
in
me
equal
a
condition.
1d12.
Alrighty.
All right, so you hack apart, the carcass, and along with some bone, you get up to Lyra. Sorry. You get about 3 pounds worth of meat. There's probably some bone involved in that too, but definitely 3 pounds of it. 3 pounds of meat involved.
Cool. I'll put that into dinner. The Ashkar Manticati will be real.
And larceny. What are you attempting to harvest from this body? From
As much webbing as I can. From their wings.
Enough wings? Alright, let's see. So that would be in feet. Give me a 1d10. Alright. So, carefully over the next, hour as Ashkar is working on meat and she was getting bone, you carefully carve out lengths of usable webbing on the webs. And you end up with, I want to say 7 feet worth of webbing between the 3 different sets of wings.
And one final question before we close out. Could I keep one of the spines as a souvenir?
Sure.
Because that's actually the first time that I, as a player, have fought a manticore.
Congratulations.
One extra question. Did we level?
Not yet.
Damn it. Hey, I'm gonna go to bed. Then.
Okay, one last question for the party, since I know there was a communication snafu. Were you interested in pushing the time back by an hour? Like, at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, now ongoing, or was it just the confusion over that? Because I don't have a problem with pushing it back, but yeah.
I was just confused because last time we said that, like, for the foreseeable future that we would be going at 4.
Oh, okay, so I was the one that was confused. My bad. I'm so sorry. My work has been continued to be hectic and left me confused about some things.